All right, in this video, real quick, I want to talk about the 3 best books for weight training and running. So by weight training and running, I mean anyone that wants to do something like a Go Ruck challenge, an obstacle course race like a Spartan race or any other type of obstacle course race, any type of military selection, anyone that just wants to actually increase their running performance while they're doing weight training, whether that's Olympic lifting, powerlifting, bodybuilding, recreational lifting, just trying to look better for the beach, whatever it is. If you want to get better at running, actually increase your performance, not only to look better, but actually to increase your performance for an event, something like the 1 mile, 2 mile, anything up to running, 10 plus miles with a backpack on for things like the Go Ruck Challenge or even a military selection, I want to show you the 3 best books for running and weight training. So without further ado, the 3 best books for running and weight training, and I'm going to get into what each one goes into in a sec. The first one is Running, Testing Yourself. Now this book, it takes a very unique approach. It's by Jeff Galloway. He has an approach called Run, Walk, Run, where he takes different distances and has different speeds that he uses with different ratios of running and walking. So he actually will start with speeds that anyone could use, people that are even overweight or out of shape or have never run, where they can do a plan where they start with running, go to walking, and then go back to running on different run-walk intervals. What I really like about this is if you're already in shape, these are fantastic plans to use for people that are getting into ruck running. So people on a Go Ruck Challenge or military selection, or people that have never run before. If you're trying to get faster, you can use these run-walk ratios either if you're overweight or if you're starting with ruck running. And this is great. I've used it to train for rucks with up to 60 pounds, just doing the run-walk intervals and building up to be able to run real long distances, 8, 10 miles of continuous running after using these programs. So I highly recommend this one. If you are an advanced runner and someone that's not using a backpack and you do want to just get faster, this is good too. He has plans for people trying to break into the 4 minutes in the mile, things like that. So pretty much up to the competitive college level, he has plans for that in this book. So the Run, Walk, Run method in this book, Testing Yourself by Jeff Galloway. Highly recommended. The next one is Fit by Lon Kilgore and Mark Ripito. And this book basically goes into the differences in training for strength, endurance, and flexibility. What I like about it is it gives you a really solid idea of how you're going to program your workouts throughout the week. So if you're someone who's already going to the gym, 2, 3, 4, 5 days a week for strength training, even 6 days a week, this will show you how to program in your run workouts or any type of endurance workouts. So whether that's rowing, running, skiing, like on a ski erg, walking, elliptical, rucking. This one has programs for rucking as well for people that are doing those Go Ruck challenges or military selections. And what I really like about this is he incorporates different types of endurance training from the long distance endurance all the way down to short intervals and then short testing speeds. And he has a number of different types of endurance workouts where they go in depth and explain the actual physiological changes that are going on in your body based on what's going on in this workout. So with this program, you can plan in some of the workouts from this book. If you have this one, you'll understand how to do the programming. Finally, if you're going to get into mixed modality training where you're doing running and some type of endurance training, I recommend getting a base for understanding how the body's different physiological systems work. So how all the different energy systems work, how recovery plays into you training for mixed modality sports. And one of the best books I found for that actually is Joel Jamieson's MMA Conditioning, or Ultimate MMA Conditioning. So any of Joel Jamieson's products are absolutely fantastic for people trying to get a base of understanding of how you condition the body. What I like about this book is it talks about how you need to have phases in your training where you're building different parts of basically the endurance machinery in your body, and how you really need to dedicate different periods of time to maintaining some of those systems in your body while you build up other ones, and that you cannot build them all up at the same time. Finally, this one's really important if you're one of those people who always does high intensity interval training or some type of sprint work. He goes into excruciating detail about why you need to have aerobic base building phases to get to your highest peak of basically work capacity, but also any type of endurance potential. Even if your sport is primarily anaerobic, things that you would normally think of as short burst sports, with the exception of complete power sports like the 100-meter sprint or the Olympic lifts or the power lifts, anything else that has any endurance component like a mixed modality sport, something like basketball, football, anything, he explains why you need to take time to build an aerobic base. Now obviously you're going to spend more time on that depending on what your sport is. Different athletes have different relative needs for that type of training. Obviously, as a marathon runner, you're going to spend more time developing your aerobic capacity. But unless you're a complete power athlete, and even in that case to a small degree, you're going to want to develop some type of aerobic base and he gets into it in this book. So again, the top 3 books for running and weight training, for learning how to do it, learning how to program it so you're not losing any of your gains, so you're actually helping your gains in the long run in the gym. Joel Jamieson's Ultimate MMA Conditioning, Lon Kilgore and Mark Ripito with Fit, and then Running, Testing Yourself by Jeff Galloway. So I hope this was useful for you guys. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you'd like to hear about, and thanks again for watching.